Hello. Why don't you do the introduction for us?
Sure. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gamers Lounge Tournament. Is this a upper tier bracket? I believe. It's 4K Trash versus Team Soso. I'm not sure why their title's not there. And I'm casting with CynthiaCrescent. My name is Peter Almighty.
Alright.
We're quite a way away into the picks and bans.
I think it's very
anything
fast.
interesting to you?
Wow. Actually, let me just
Yeah.
run through this before we miss everything. So, on the bands we have Bristle
game
by
starts.
Phoenix, Silencer, and Rubik. So far with the Radiant, Dire Band, Down Troll, Vengeful Spirit, Sniper, and Lina. Okay, that's fast enough. So, actually I haven't even gotten the chance to look at this draft yet. Jesus. Doing it quite speedy. So, what do you think about the draft so far?
I think 4K Trash are going for an area denial lineup. I mean, they got the wall from the Earthshaker, the kinetic field from Disruptor, and the cogs from Clockwork. I mean, I don't know what that implies. I'm just pointing that out. It's quite interesting. Every single one of those except Shadow Fiend.
It looks like a kind of a skirmish-based lineup with high mobility and the ability to catch up. Because all of their spells are very high range. You can see Fissure, you can see Glimpse, Hook Shot, and all that jazz. So they have that going for them. They can take prolonged fights and initiate from a further range. So that's the kind of lineup that they currently have. I'm not sure if that's strategized, but it looks like it. On the Radiant side, we obviously see a very, very heavily AoE lineup so far with big ultimates from Black Hole and Reverse Polarity. Both of them kind of do the same thing, but it's good because you always only need one to win the fight. They do have a serious lack of damage though, Radiant does, so I'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm expecting something like a Void or a Spectre or maybe even a Jug again if it's let through.
I don't think Spectre is a very good thing. Not that because she's not a good hero, it's just I actually doubt everybody's ability to play her. Because all I've seen of Spectres in the league has been thoroughly disappointing, unfortunately, I have to say. So maybe there will be somebody who proves me wrong, but maybe not.
There was a good Spectre in one of the games I casted. They were playing completely very, very nicely, just farming away and then using the ulti to get into fights when needed.
Okay, hopefully if that will happen, I would like to see that, yes. So Slark is the last ban for 4K, which is not unsurprising because Slark is a good melee carry that has a very good synergy with Overpower? No, what is it called? Oh, Empower, right, Empower. So I would like to see obviously a melee carry hero from the Radiant here. I don't think a Void would be very good though. I mean, actually I don't think the Void would be very good at all. He actually does not do that much damage, funnily enough. Unless he builds specifically for damage. But he actually got nerfed on that department as well. So I actually don't like a Void here. What would a melee hero that synergizes well with AoE does?
Well, they're running out of time here, so they might just go for the random.
Well, that would be a strategy I've never seen before. Actually, I've seen before once. Worked once. I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
I think it was Zenith versus IG way back 2013. All random, no ban. Ember Spirit. Wow, okay. That's a melee hero with a lot of AoE. That actually makes perfect sense. Not only does
good call.
Not only does he synergize well with Empower, he brings the damage that you need, a prolonged damage as well. And Reverse Polarity and Black Hole are very good spells that work better in reaction rather than proactively, because of how good. Oh my God, is how.
There's our Spectre.
Oh no! I'm not even sure if I feel confident or not, but I will predict that the Radiant will win this game just because of the fact there's a Spectre on the enemy team. It's actually no other reason. We'll see another pause as per tradition.
Well, we'll see if your prediction comes to tuition.
So now that we're
it seems like
It makes sense.
It seems like Team Soso had the advantage last game, very much so.
Yeah, the thing about this game is that there actually aren't a lot of things that you can do this game as Radiant to punish a safe lane Spectre, unlike all the other games I've seen before. So Spectre will very likely get free farm this game. And a Spectre with free farm is super strong. If he gets that Radiance before the 50-minute mark, the game is practically over. It's almost impossible to lose if played well. And their team is so good.
I don't know, I reckon they got quite a lot of Spectre hunting power.
Yeah, but they don't need to. Because the problem with a team that want to kill the Spectre is that you kind of have to deal with Spectre, you have to deal with the rest of the team. But the rest of Dire is so good at making space, the hero is so good at making space, super aggressive skirmish heroes like Clockwork and Shadowfiend. If they get good lanes, then Dire cannot lose. However, that is not yet a given. So we'll see how that turns out.
Anyway, it looks like 4K are going to try what Team Soso tried last round, which is running into their jungle, going to secure that rune, going to secure the offlane camp.
So
will it work for them as well as it worked for Team Soso? Ghost leading the charge on his Clockwork.
Doesn't look like anybody's moving over there. So before we have a skirmish of any sort, let us introduce the players. On the Radiant side, Team Soso, we have a KK Zor, I think. Yes, Cake Zor playing the mid lane Magnus, it looks like. A Bob on the safe lane Empress. Wait. There may be a fight. Clockwork will see this Ember dead. Oh, the Ember is dead. Oh no!
Oh god, the wall pushed him out, but he is actually in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, he's gonna fall.
Easy first blood. So the guy who just died is Bob.
That's very nice. I'm not entirely sure why there's a sentry down here.
Where? Oh, it's to block the Enigma camp.
Yeah, they're blocking up the camps, all the camps. They don't want Enigma to farm.
Enigma actually has no camps. You look at it, all the camps are blocked, literally every single one.
Yep.
So this is gonna be
brutal tactics by 4K. It's all or nothing.
It's gonna be a hard ass game, but it also means that okay, now that this has happened.
Anyway, if you just
we'll just finish the player's introduction first.
Let's talk about the Team Dire. Over on Team 4K, we got Ghost on the Clockwork, trying to block some creeps there. And then if we shift over to the mid, we got Max on the mid Shadowfiend. Up at top, however, we got the support, Rain, and also I think Team Captain on the Earthshaker. Spade playing the Spectre, the hard carry role, and another support, Banji, who I think was King G in another game. I'm not sure if it's the same person. Throwing out the harass on the solo lane Spirit Breaker.
I think it's just Bang, but it could also
now
be
look
Banji.
at this guy in the jungle.
Yeah, I know. So sad. It's actually super sad.
He doesn't know what to do. Poor Arthur.
Really should rotate.
What do you think this guy's name is? Arthur or Arya?
Area 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes sense.
I think we'll go with Area. Yeah, it makes more sense than Arthur.
I actually think that he should go top right now to go be an offlane Enigma and have a roaming Spirit Breaker. That makes a lot more sense. But I don't know.
Yeah. Sure.
So Spectre has free farm, so there's a good chance that my prediction will be wrong.
Bottom lane.
They can't get
Clockwork probably going to go down.
No,
he managed to pop the cogs, but not quite. They can't follow it up.
No, they don't have boots.
They used a lot for that as well.
They don't have boots, so it was impossible for them to get that kill. He is quite low though. He's got to get this rune too. Wow, that's actually so good because now that all the creeps is there a sentry? Yes, there are sentries. Thank God for that. I seriously would not like to see this Enigma AFK for 5 minutes, even if that does seem kind of. Oh, top lane.
Look at top. Spirit Breaker caught off by a wall. But he just manages to seek around it.
Yeah, they kind of. Oshiko kind of have to go for the Fissure there. That was pretty good Fissure. And if he waited so that he can block him in.
But back to bottom. The Clockwork's being quite aggressive on these three. And
oh God, what's happening? Wait, did I just die? No, it has not. Okay. I have no idea what's happening, but my Dota 2 is acting up. As you can see, it's frozen right now. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the recast. Unfortunately. Oh boy. Control panel. What the hell just happened? So internet is fine. Actually, no drop frames whatsoever. Have to kill Dota 2 and restart then. Apologize. I will try to cut this bit out in post editing if I can.
The Radiant and try to clear out these camps for poor Enigma,
Dear
who's still level 1 with
God.
absolutely no items, but he sees the clockwork, he's caught in the clogs. Enigma dies very fast, he's still only level 1, what a shame. He's on the hunt for more of this clockwork.
Hello there. I just disconnected for about a minute.
Hello, what happened?
Yeah, I just got my Dota 2 just froze up. My stream was perfectly fine, so it's definitely not my internet, it's just Dota 2. So there's nothing I can do about that. This clock though,
Okay.
what a hero.
The Ember Spirit's juking the clockwork quite nicely.
Yeah, this is becoming actually quite bad. I think now that this has happened, I'm pretty sure Dire is in good position to win all the lanes now. And a team that wins all the lanes.
You reckon this clockwork's doing pretty well down bottom?
Yeah, Clockwork is a super good hero. Oh, we see a DC. Very good pause.
I'm going to use this opportunity to go for a Wii, so
Yes.
good luck casting for
See.
the next few seconds. Oh, he's back already. Okay, I'll just turn on my light.
Well, I'm not sure what's happening over on Peanut's side. Well, I'm not really sure why his pets are acting up like they are, but we see another pause, so I have no idea what's happening still.
And I'm back.
Ah, yes, that was
Lag.
dangerously fast. Oh, well, I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah, I decided not.
I'm not commenting on anything, but we see another pause for no reason because I don't understand Arabic, but I wish Mango was here. He can translate all of this. Oh well.
I'm sorry, I can't be your Mango. I'm trying.
You're just peanut, unfortunately. You're not even peanut butter, just peanut.
I'm not Peanut, I'm just Peanut Almighty. Magnus could find himself in a spot of bother here, but he sees the Airshaker coming in and doesn't manage to make anything of it.
He's probably fine. Top lane though, we see this Disruptor trying his best. Just casually bash.
Uh-oh.
He may die here. There's a glimpse.
Breaker's getting very low, the glimpse is there as well, up top. And he's might fall, but not really, he's gonna fly away. In Spirit Cow land. Oh! Oh, the fissure! What a fissure!
Was
Getting himself the kill on the charging Spirit Breaker. Very nice by Mr. Rain there.
well played. That was well played. Not gonna lie. That was pretty good. And actually, because I think I expected him to cancel his charge already, so I didn't expect that. But yeah, that was pretty good play by the Predictive Fisher. I wouldn't have made that. The Fisher definitely, because I just don't know how fast the charge is most of the time. So we see the space making team is moving around.
Uh-oh, down at mid. Shadow Fiend in a lot of trouble. He's actually going to be picked off
Yeah.
quite quickly.
And now these two are stranded.
Kill
They're
these
gonna
two
get
from
sandwiched.
behind.
Yep, Earthshaker should be dead right now. Lion is moving in and he doesn't have a TP, so this is a super dead Shaker. He should Fisher. He should Fisher just for fun.
Goodbye, Rain.
Okay.
Yeah, of course
Fun
he is.
acquired. It wastes a lot of time because Magnus is stuck, so.
Yeah, Kingsaw. Poor guy. So area 1, 2, 3, 4 finally getting himself up a little bit of farm.
To bot lane, Clockwork's getting a lot of hate here.
Poor Ghost. There will be TP in, but that's a lot of damage coming out from the Ember Spirit, and then the Spirit Breaker on top of that. The Lion stun just to do the damage.
Fisher, not even going to try it. Wow, what, really? Huh. I mean, I don't expect them to get.
Gotta save that mana, yo.
But...
Yeah, gotta save the mana.
Ah, well. I expected him to Fisher because he already had the Fountain Regen still on for another 3 seconds. Is why I expected him to, but he didn't, so okay. It's not like it means anything because they're not gonna get the kill we got. But I expected him to be a little bit more proactive than that. I want. This clock, as long as he hits level 6... Yeah,
but you need to conserve your mana.
He needs to hit level 6 and then this game will be blown open, pretty much. So, Spectre is still farming away, getting a lot of CSs. Nobody's mid though, somebody really should be mid for Dire and taking this farm. They're just kind of wasting the XP.
And Radiant.
And Radiant. But no, Radiant is up the enemy tower, so it doesn't really matter. He couldn't farm anyway. So, Radiant is...
Oh dear, missing that though. Spirit Breaker solo killing Spectre at top.
Oh, what? Oh, I saw the charge, but I didn't think he could solo kill. Wow. Such a mistake by me. Gotta say. I actually took 2 charge, 1 aura, and 1 bash. Actually level 8 now. That's very good for the Radiant. This Spirit Breaker is going to be the space maker with this team because the Ember can never stop farming. And this Magnus needs his blink, so this Spirit Breaker, he is the link right now that they need, the spine of the strategy, one might say. And this is one of the problems with
interesting phrasing.
Yeah, this is one of the problems with position 1 Ember Spirit, is that he's a very good hero with space making and taking early fights, but because he's AFK like this. That means that once he hits his peak, which is around level 9, level 10, he will still not be participating in too much. And even if he does participate, there's not any other hero on his team that's using this farm as well as he is. And even though he's farming like this, he can't farm jungle to give the space for his supports to get EXP. So, oh, top lane. You see a charge right now. Oh, the glimpse! Whoa! Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
I actually thought there's going to be
Game's too good, but Lion coming in. He hex the stun.
There's a charge.
Spirit Break has a charge at his disposal, and he's gonna use it. He charges.
Did you see 1 bash?
Failing to orb walk slightly there.
No,
one more hit. He doesn't go for it.
He's dead now, though.
Yeah, for sure.
The Spectre is going drums.
Just diving a bit too hard.
I mean,
good rotations from Team 4K.
Do I like this? I don't even know. I don't even know if I like this build from Spectre. I mean, I actually hate it.
Very aggressive. Going drums next.
I actually hate it so much.
You hate it?
Yeah, because the reason why one would want to get a drums on Spectre early is that you want to be tanky or you want to fight. But his team is already so good at fighting early.
Whoa! Down at bottom. Black hole. On the clockwork, straight up. No messing around. So much effort to kill this guy through the invids. They punished him. He didn't even do anything wrong, really.
I mean, being a clockwork is a sin. That is the kind of hero.
Yeah, being a clockwork condemns you to a life of feeding.
The kind of heroes that everybody hates. You've seen very, very few players are Bone 7, but even Bone 7 feeds, so you can't really do anything about that. Actually, I'm not really sure what's happening right now because as talked about before, the Dire team is really good at early skirmishes, but they're not really doing it. Just kind of walking around, I guess. Oh, that bash. If that would bash, would be amazing. But no. They're playing a lot more passive than they need to be. Okay, Blink is up on Magnus now.
Enigma has gotten himself a Midas.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Midas
A Blink
Enigma.
would have been so much more beneficial, but...
Nah, I actually don't think that at all. Because they have so many things that can cancel Black Hole from afar. Glimpse, Hookshot, and Fissure. Like 3 of 5 heroes can cancel Black Hole from afar. So it doesn't. I don't think it even matters. I think he just need to get his BKB.
Even a mate to go, but Clockwork's going to be in a lot of trouble down at bottom.
Oh,
the
very
Fissure
good Fissure.
saves him though from the Spirit Breaker ulti, but he finishes it anyway, going under the tower, but now the RP on 2 on Rain and Bang, getting very, very low. But it's a max down on the back on his Shadow Fiend, just going to raise him down. And now the Echo Slam for Ember Spirit. Bob trying to escape. He's running down the river, but another Fissure to finish it off.
Oh, Earthshaker, what a hero. What a player, actually. This hero is actually so good. But
very nice.
But he plays very differently, because a position 5 Earthshaker is very, very different from a position 4 Earthshaker. A lot of people don't realize that. Because people see PPD playing Earthshaker, they sit mid all day, and then just does counter initiation Fissure every time, and they think that's how they play. That's not actually. I mean, that's how you play position 5 Earthshaker, but this is not a position 5 Earthshaker. It's the Disruptor that's doing that. A position 4 Earthshaker has so much more room to make plays, and like had like a 5 or 6 minute earlier Blink Dagger. Like he can solo kill anything. Probably except for Ember Spirit. Top lane though. Still in charge, but I don't know what's up with this. Glimpse? No glimpse?
Wow, yeah, that's going...
Okay,
deep.
there's a glimpse.
Maybe he knew he was going to get glimpse. Oh, he's supposed to throw a finger out to get killed. Clockwork, but... Disruptor ulti is there. Magnus trying to save him out, but the Fissure and the Raze will finish him off. Magnus going to get chopped up by the Spectre, and now the Desolate damage coming into play by Spade. And then the Blink and Raze just to finish him off. Death is going to get himself out of there.
Yeah.
But it's not much consolation if you're the Radiant side right now.
I gotta say that even though I don't agree with some of the decisions that Dire has made this game, their play has been pretty spot on. It's just mechanics.
Yeah.
They've made pretty much all
complete change around from last game.
Yeah, pretty much made all the right calls. Not because they have just better heroes this game, I think.
And mid.
That Lion.
Clockwork's trying to find himself a solo kill on the Lion, which he definitely will get.
No mana. Actually had Hex.
Phase boots Clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually good.
I mean, this is the only boost you buy. What else do you buy? It's a Clockwork.
Sometimes people don't bother with boots.
You mean
Seen that a lot.
boots, you mean?
Seen a lot of power treads as well. Loads of power treads.
Yeah, power treads only makes
attacking
sense
us
for
up.
bottle though. He doesn't have a bottle. Spirit Breaker. Gotta get glimpse
Spirit
again.
Breaker going to town, but the Disruptor always there to save him.
This picks, Dire picks are so much better. I'm not even surprised. Jesus. Oh dear. Might have been a little bit premature in my initial assessments, because now I mean, my initial analysis put Dire ahead because there's nothing to contest the Shadow the Spectre, and Ember Spirit farming actually doesn't do anything. He's actually farming so badly. I'm not even kidding. He's actually farming quite bad. 87 CS in 15 minutes, 222 in terms of farm, especially on hero that can just push lanes out. That's the thing too, because of the fact that they block all the early camps. It means that the jungle is occupied by Enigma at all times. Also means that Ember Spirit can't farm jungle as much as he wants to, so his farm has pretty much been shared with his position 4. It makes it all very clogged, or cogged, I guess. Oh,
Ghost jumping in on the Enigma. But he's going to turn it around immediately with a black hole. Lucky there was no battery assault there. The Magnus going in, RP on 2. Max and Ghost going to fall quite quickly, but the BKB is there, and the ulti, big ultis, smashing loads of damage. Bob tries to jump in with the Spirit, but he realizes that this isn't a fight he can just singly take out. And there's Jaker going to be there with the slam to kill down their main carry, who does no damage, next to no damage on them.
Yeah. Can't take fights like this.
4K, such a turnaround from last game.
It's really weird because they have Mag and Black Hole, but as I pointed out on the draft, they actually have no damage. So they did nothing that fight, even though that was a huge amount of disables. Yep. And That disruptor pick was actually so good that I didn't realize initially how good it is. Just counters Spirit Breaker and breaks all kind of channeling spells, ruin all positioning. My god. Not to mention that the plays has been on point with the supports. So Spectre is still getting that Radiance. You kinda have to. Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker coming in, just destroying the Earthshaker nice and quickly, but they're going to find themselves in the back of a Shadow Fiend. I think that's one of the main problem with this Spirit Breaker, is he's going in for absolutely everything. Every time he's alive, he just throws himself at someone, trying to get kills, and all it's doing is making the Dire team just fatter and fatter and fatter. I mean, I wouldn't say he's feeding and such, but...
Considering the fact that his net worth isn't that much, the fact he died there wasn't really that bothersome, because that was a 1-for-1 trade and it's perfectly fine. He's making space for his position 1, but the problem is his position 1 is an Ember Spirit. It's not a Spectre. So if his position 1 is a PL or a Spectre, then that would have been totally worth it. He just does it like that, force out 3 or 4 TPs, and his team would just win by the sheer amount of map rotation that he's forcing. But that's just not how the lineup turns out to be. So, unfortunately, his best efforts is just not good enough. It's a tragic tale, honestly. We see all the movements now on top. They want to kill this Spectre. I don't even know if they can. Okay, there's a dagger. They just kind of scare off the enemy team. Actually, quite surprised. Oh, bot lane. Earthshaker take a lot of damage. Might hit something.
Shaker's probably gonna die here.
Oh, Ember's gonna ulti
He runs
back.
straight out.
That's probably correct. He doesn't want to give his life for an
Nice safe
Earthshaker.
play there.
I think he would have been able to escape either way, even if he did win.
Well,
for the
Earthshaker, he's not going to
but-
deny the tower. Is he? Ooh, he gets it just about.
I
Nice
mean-
plays there by using the fissure to secure the tower deny. And he's got himself a blink actually, so this is going to be quite big.
Yeah.
I mean, a 4K, I think they're just going to steamroll from here on out. I mean,
I think they've been,
and even if they don't, they got Spectre, you know?
they've been steamrolling for a good
There's
while
no
now,
way to
actually.
Radiance.
Yeah, I'd say they've been steamrolling for a good while. 300 gold away from Relic. And this is a super strong late game lineup. Especially considering how fat this goddamn Shadow Fiend is. Jesus. Whew. He's gonna get his Scatty now, I think. No heals though.
No heals, which is interesting. He's going for right click damage loadout, but they're hunting down the Spirit Breaker. This Spectre is, so just throwing out a bit of harass, causing him to have to charge away. But the glimpse, oh, it breaks the charge, and now he's in trouble. The kinetic field is up. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for the Clockwork, who jumps in and immediately gets slammed.
You mean fortunate?
Shadow Fiend very big though.
Clockwork is the same team as Earthshaker, you know.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot.
That was fine. It was like
Completely
they were oh
saying the
wow,
wrong thing there.
RP. How can we use
so-
it? Skill this
Ooh.
clock. They can't RP now. No ulti was used. They have black hole. Oh, they could have fight that. They really should have fight that actually. That would have been a
Yeah.
huge.
Well, they don't want to
Turn
fight
up.
into the RP and the black hole.
No, I mean Radiant, not Dire. Because
Oh, okay, yeah.
that was the only way of coming back to this game. They have both ultimates and the enemy has none. And they have
Well, they might have more.
no, they didn't. I mean,
Let's
Dire
see.
didn't have anything.
Yeah, I know. The Radiant might get another choice. Sorry, Team Soso might get another
gotta
choice.
be very harsh
Chance,
push, though.
sorry, later on.
Because that was in that fight they actually had more people up and defenders advantage. I mean, now they got this tower, which is good. They need that money. They really do need that money. That's finally a battle fury for the Ember, but his broadsword is still at base, so not very good courier micro there, unfortunately. He's smoking up, just camping for Spectre to come up top, but they're not doing that. Spectre's not taking the bait.
Because 4K are all at mid. They're all here, ready for this party.
So
I
the
think they're
Spectre
basing it on
shows
Spectre,
mid.
maybe. Suddenly what it looks like.
What are the... Okay. This is a really weird situation. Both teams are losing farm like this, but since both teams are losing farm, it actually works fine in the sense for Radiant, because it means that this Magnus at mid can still spam out waves and be perfectly kind of safe. Because even though Dire has a really big advantage in terms of everything, they are still very, very afraid of RP Black Hole and the global charge. So they can really kind of have to whoop to get that to their advantage. I'm not sure if they can though, because Dire has been very, very attentive.
Have we pointed out yet? Enigma has got himself a BKB, so he's no longer gonna have a
top lane
much of an issue with these interrupts.
Oh.
And actually, Spectre taking so much damage, dies much quicker than I expected her to. But there's the Earthshaker just running into the middle of everything here. But he takes quite a lot of damage. The Shadow Fiend jumps in, but the black hole's big. But the Earthshaker gets down his slam and then dies. And then there's the RP on 2, getting quite low. The Spirit Breaker trying to get off the ulti, and it's enough. And that was a 5-man wipe for Team Soso. What a comeback! Just using those ultimates perfectly to disable Team 4K and nuke them down. The entire team, just one by one, disable after disable.
Did you catch the end of that?
And then they find themselves losing a tier 2 tower.
Hilarious, because after Spectre died and BKB Shadow Fiend blinked in, the Magnus tried to force staff RP, but he forced staff himself into Static Storm, and so his RP was cancelled. But Enigma saved the day with Black Hole, and they just follow up with RP, and that turned out to be perfect for them. That was
Area 1, 2, 3, 4 proving himself as the mighty Enigma player that he is.
So
with the Rash Midas and the straight into BKB.
Yep.
Totally
Midas
worth it.
Turned out to be
We praise
amazing.
you now, sir.
Okay. So as far as look, you can see. Oh my God. Magnus, he forced staff. Oh no, he not forced staff. What? Okay, this is a very good
He's
pickup.
skewered with blade mail.
Yeah. Does he not have force staff? He should have just force staff, shouldn't he? Did he not force staff already?
I didn't have a look at the cooldown when it happened.
Yeah, I mean it's off cooldown now, yeah, but I didn't look at it when it was. So that was very strange, because if he really could have escaped if he just forced staff himself instead of skewering. So I don't know what's up with that, but well, what happened. So after that fight, Spectre just kind of lost a lot of gold there, and a lot of Dire team.
Especially when she's so close to her Radiance.
She's gonna get a little Radiance about half a minute or so, but she's gonna be a totally different hero after she gets that Radiance. She can actually do things. Oh, do we see another charge? Oh no, it's just Spirit Breaker doing charging creeps. I think as this Ember get bigger and bigger, they can finally get the team fights they want with Radiant, and if Clock doesn't do its job, it will be very, very hard for them. Wow, this triple cleave stacking thing, it's actually quite amazing. Jesus, so much damage.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage.
That is 50. That's 85% cleave. Jesus. We do so much. They have 3 heroes, 3 melee heroes too. So BKB rush for Ember. Really? Alright.
Yeah, it's pretty nice synergy with the Magnus.
No, I mean the BKB.
Yeah. Oh, but there's smoke now from the Dire team down at mid.
Okay.
Ghost leading the charge. But Rain going down mid. Smoked up Earthman. I'm not sure they'll find anybody in the jungle like they expect to, but maybe if they roam down into middle lane.
They probably will find the Enigma at the very least. So this Enigma looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he immediately BKBs and
immediately pops a black hole. Very good reactions. And then the black hole, but early on Shadow Fiend. It's not going to be very good. And actually Ember Spirit getting picked off as well. Rain jumping in with the Echo Slam just to finish it off. Spade chasing down. Not going to be able to catch anybody though. And that was nice. That was 3 heroes dead so quickly. 4K clawing back that advantage they nearly lost. Just proving that they're not gone down, and now it's time for Roshan. Now it's time to take down the big boy himself. Slamming totems into his face.
That was so weird how that happened. Because that was a zoning static storm that that Disruptor used, but Ember just kind of nonchalantly walked into it, and so it got disabled without doing anything. So it's
I do what I want.
a disaster.
I don't care about your static storm. Shit, I care about your static storm. Magnus senses something's aloof and pops away. I mean, I love this build on Magnus, the Blink Dagger 4 staff with the skewer. It means you can like basically just cruise across the map. I find it hilarious.
Staff should be up for
he's a character which is...
No, not that. Very close.
He's a character which is all about placement, movement, positioning, and... I mean, why not Blink Dagger and 4 staff? Why not?
I mean, 4 staff is
a bit like Clockwork as well.
4 staff is a core item on Magnus regardless of lanes though. It allows you to do a lot of things. I don't know how skewer and 4 staff interacts though. Does it even interact? I don't know.
It doesn't really. If you 4 staff whilst you skewer, you'll go whichever direction is the furthest. You won't get them added together.
Well, at least you can use 4 staff to position your RP, and you can also turn 4 staff RP, just like you can turn 4 staff blink. So if you blink into the middle enemy team and you RP, then obviously all your enemy will be in front of you. But if you want to skewer them back, you have to walk forward. But if you turn as you blink and you RP, then you turn by the end of the RP, and you can immediately skewer them back to your team if you do that right. It is something that needs a lot of work though.
Yeah.
It's practice. But of course, I expect them to be able to do that. I think he tried that once at top. It didn't work because he forced himself into a silence. But I think he knows that he should do it, which is good enough. He's also building a BKB.
And one good thing about the 4 staff is that
yes?
he can 4 staff himself out of that silence as well.
Yeah,
until he gets like
that is true.
Disrupt gets Aghanims, which he probably won't.
There is a 4-man BKB lineup coming up for Radiant side, which makes perfect sense, of course. It removes a lot of damage, mostly Spectre's damage, actually. Actually, all of Dire's damage, except for Spectre and Shadow Fiend auto attacks, are in fact magic. And most of Shadow Fiend's attack is also damage is also magic as well. Let's go ahead and do a quick ping. It would seem that some people, I think it's... Yeah, some of Dire are having some serious ping issues as far as the console tells me.
Okay. We'll forgive them for this pause then.
I mean, it's Egypt, so...
God, I need to pee.
Just go. Nobody's keeping you here.
You're keeping me here. No, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Alright. I will not comment on that one. I'll just let it slide. So, casual vitality booster on Spectre. It's a very good thing. One of the very few heroes that casual vitality booster makes sense on. Usually you want Reaver, but Spectre is not that kind of hero. I would like her to get Manta and Diffusal, or maybe just Manta after this, before she finishes her heart. But either way is fine, just because how heart makes sense. If you just want to survive with all the burst. Even BKB makes sense, but you don't want to build BKB on your Spectre anyway.
And we're back. How's the pause been?
I would like very much to play Ramsden right now. Just blast iconic death metal into the microphone and make it work. That's what I do anyway. On other things, preferably NEO.
So what do we assume Spectre's going for with this vitality booster? Is it heart?
I don't think it needs to be. I mean, it will be hard eventually, but I don't think it needs to be anything. It's one of the very few heroes in the game that just naked vitality booster makes sense on. Because it gives you so much.
How so?
Because not only does your damage rely on your health, you need health regardless. And it's one of those heroes that are not actually strength that you need a lot of health on. So unlike a hero like, for example, Axe or Bristleback, where a Reaver gives you both damage and health, you don't get a lot of damage from Reaver and it costs way too much. It's also good enough that, because if you build a Reaver, then you have to build the heart anyway, because you already get the most of the expensive components. While getting a vitality booster is just 1,000 gold after a radiance, and it doesn't take too much. So Spectre is a very good hero in that sense. Also,
sure.
What is? Wait. 92. There's a lot less armor than I thought she has. 9 armor at level 16. Wow, sad face. This is why he cheats.
It's not too bad.
It's actually terrible for agility hero. I mean, Ember is even worse, but I mean, you gotta have to have some kind of problems.
Yeah, considering she's built no agi items and her health's pretty high. Not doing too badly.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to get Manta at some point, but if before then, there's really nothing you can build that helps your armor. Such a tragic tale. So Blink, let's go up for item for a little bit. We see BKB coming up for Magnus. Spirit Breaker just finished his BKB. Ember is getting his BKB. Enigma is just finished his Blink Dagger. Lion also just finished his Blink Dagger. So it's about a very good time for Radiant to fight if they want to, or they can wait for the Black Hole cooldown. Dire has not going to be getting Force Staff Earthshaker for a little while, but Shadow Fiend does have Blink BKB Manta. So this is like circa 2010 Shadow Fiend pretty much. Like no Mask of Madness,
sure.
no Yos, no nothing. I wish Mask of Madness was still a thing.
Surprised he doesn't have a Shadow Blade instead of that Blink.
I would be very surprised if he did actually. It's hard to fight into a team like that. It would be a little bit too inconspicuous, I might say.
Sure, of course.
It's actually not that bad, but you don't want to use it because it's too, how should I say, reactive. Is you can't, if you walk in and they see you, then they can always act first. While with the Blink Dagger, you can wait for your own team initiation and jumped in. I mean, it's not a bad item to get Shadow Blade. It's just not what he decided to do. Is all. It's just different. It's like it wasn't actually an entire debate.
Well, it looks like we've got some
doodles
and crosses going on in the chat.
I'm not really sure what's up with that, but well, there's still hope of this game finishing on time. Let us cross our hearts and cross our fingers and blah blah blah. I don't know what's being spoken or written, I guess, in Arabic, but this may or may not work. I hope.
Are we ready? Oh, steady.
Okay, amazing. Let's do a slow clap for everyone who's trying their best. I think somebody's drawing a picture of a penis. I'm not sure who it is.
Oh, definitely not me.
Definitely not.
I'm
me.
not that immature.
That sounds just sarcastic enough that I don't understand would you or that you or not. But is this smoke somewhere?
It was definitely me.
Yeah.
And
I know. This is smoke.
this Ember Spirit is loving these ancients, isn't he? With that double cleave, he's just loving himself. Whoa. Very, very aggressive. The Radiant is smoked up. Spirit Breaker's leading the charge straight onto Spectre. Ballsy play. The Enigma getting the haste rune. That's going to help out a lot. The Finger, they bring down the Spectre. Shadow Fiend running in with the ulti, but it doesn't damage the Spirit Breaker because he's got BKB up, but the physical damage is enough to take him down. Slow, of course, still affecting him. And now Clockwork. Are those clogs bugged out for you?
No, they look fine to me.
His cogs are completely ruined for me.
Oh
Keep
dear.
calling him clogs like he's wearing some sort of fashionable shoe item. So, a carry for Suicidal Roma. Pretty good for the Radiant team Soso.
I actually would like to see this.
Pretty good.
I would love to see this Ember by Blink. Be amazing. Be the most amazing thing I've seen. I'm actually also quite surprised at the fact that he doesn't just deward this Observer, who is just right next to the Sentry. Actually, it's because Sentry doesn't provide vision. Oh, the Sentry expired. Oh dear. Grip. But yeah, Blink
and
Ember
is just sleight of fisting the ancients.
Blink Ember is super legit.
Yeah.
Nobody's
I think Blink Ember is legit.
They're actually giving up this position. They have Black Hole and RP. Why are they giving up this position? Oh my, wow!
Yeah, and they're just going to let their ancients fall.
Wow.
Oh, he actually got quite a few there.
Just kill them, I guess.
Wow.
This nobody has done the history of Dota. Anyway. So, I guess they also just
steal all the casters' lines. Not allowed.
They're memes at this point. I'm pretty sure they all treat them as memes now.
They're legends.
They're not legends, they're just memes. Memes are dank, they're not legendary. Oh my god.
Dank as fuck memes.
The dankest. Anyway. I would like to not let any of this go near D2G, so let us not keep spawning memes, I guess. BKB is up for Ember Spirit. So they should take a fight after Aegis times out, which is in about a minute or so. They should have an Aegis timer. I say should. I don't really know if they do. A lot of people should, but they just don't. At least Spirit Breaker shouldn't be completely, utterly destroyed now because BKB. What really should happen is he just focusing either the Spectre and kill him, or the Earthshaker and kill him. Earthshaker is actually a super high priority target because of how much disrupt
he
can
do.
And if the Shadow Fiend BKBs, you can't do anything to him anyway. So might as well kill the supports. Let's do something.
This is incredibly ballsy from the Shadow Fiend, knowing that they have...
He does have Aegis.
I mean, I suppose their entire team can get there. The Skewer back, and the Spirit Breaker comes in. He's going to die faster than you could expect, but the Aegis is there. And there comes the Clockwork jumping in. The Echo Slam was down, and now the Spectre ulti as well, but the Black Hole on too. They're going to make the Clockwork full, and the Shadow Fiend just trying to get out. He dies as well. Not looking good for the Disrupt. Now he's being charged out. And meanwhile, in the back, Spectre just couldn't do anything. She teleported in and she's going to teleport out, but no, the Manifest is there. Stunning her down. Spade, gonna fall. The final slice from Bob the Ember Spirit.
Yep, that happens.
Another 5-man fall from 4K.
That was about as well as you want. What? It's impossible to find it like that because because Disruptor does not have any mobility item, and at the face of all the BKBs, even the Earthshaker got all his spells off before the enemy BKBs, but every single one of his core were either dead or not doing damage. So all of the about 4 or 4.5 seconds he disabled just did nothing. And after his core responds, the enemy turns on the BKB and they just kill him. It's actually so sad.
Yeah. Very, very nice coordination from Team Soso. And also, they're so quick to start pushing these towers, you know. 4K have had some really nice pickoffs and they just don't do anything with it, but Team Soso, I just noticed immediately after that fight, they were all running towards mid.
Oh, Lion.
And they get a tier 2 for their coordination.
Do you see that? So Lion walked here, and he placed a ward here, but the enemy sees us, so Clock went this way to intercept, but Lion dodged it, dodging the rocket as well by smoking. So instead it made no sense. But as you can see, the ward is dewarded now because his warding was too obvious. Yeah. And now he's just mana draining creeps. The creeps is running away because he can't do anything. Oh dear. Yeah, this is a huge problem actually. I disagree with this Lion skill build wholeheartedly. It's actually a terrible skill build.
Wholehearted disagreement.
Yeah, because he can't actually use all his spells. Top lane. It's a dead.
Aghanim's on the Enigma. But they're gonna go on the Shadow Fiend gets his ulti off.
RP actually misses completely.
It's not enough to even do much damage to any of them. The Spectre follows up with her ulti, chasing down the Magnus.
Are they disengaging or are they fighting?
But now the Ember's coming in. Yeah, Spectre's battling down Jojo on his Spirit Breaker, who's probably going to fall here. Meanwhile, Clockwork jumping in, going to kill himself a Lion. And now the Ember Spirit's trying to escape. He's BKB'd up, so they can't interrupt that teleport, which is a shame. They don't get that kill. And actually, Team Soso did a very, very good job of escaping that. That went wrong for them very quickly. A gank on the Shadow Fiend turning into just a slaughter upon them. But they actually only lost 2 there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty nice. It's much better than it should have gone for them.
Most impressed by was their discipline, is that they got Spectre ulted on after killing the Shadow Fiend, and they just said go back, go back, go back. They know they cannot fight, they just go. It looks really weird because the Shadow Fiend is dead, but they actually couldn't do anything. Black Hole is up though. They can BKB right now.
But here comes the Black Hole. BKB, Black Hole on 2. Lots and lots of damage coming out. Ember Spirit trying to do his best, but he gets caught in the kinetic field, but it's not going to do anything. Earthshaker trying to nuke down this Bob on his Ember Spirit, but too much damage. He doesn't get him low enough, and instead he falls. And Ghost also going to die. Yeah. What a shame. 4K just throwing it away, throwing it into the wind. Incredible plays from Team Soso, just bringing this back from what seemed like oblivion. Like we said, 4K was steamrolling them, and now they're up on kills.
Yeah, this is the problem with
Ember Spirit is doing serious work. He's dashing out so much damage with his BKB, with his Battle Fury and Empower.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about before, because now that everybody on Radiant has BKB, it means that there's actually nothing that Dire can do to touch them. This is what I talked about before. The reason why they had to back off after the top fight, not because they only missed the RP, but also they used all their BKBs. So Spectre could just lay on them whenever they want, but now that the BKBs are off cooldown, there's actually nothing the Dire can do. It's so weird to say that, but Axe is up on Enigma now, and this is an insanely fun lineup so far. Even though Shadow Fiend remains on top of the net worth chart, he's a Shadow Fiend, he's expected to do that. Everything else is just doing work. Now that Ember Spirit and Enigma has all their items, they don't have the problem of not having enough damage anymore. Okay.
But you can never forget Spectre. Mr. Spade playing a Spectre.
Yeah.
He's always gonna, if the game goes on too long, he's always gonna stop
definitely.
them.
He can.
They don't have the sort of carry who can.
They just need.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just need some mess
but
up.
he needs more farm than what he's got.
They just need a useless.
But that seems to be what Team Soso know, and that's what they're targeting. But
they have Martyrs ulti again.
And, you know, all these smoke switch. Yeah, and all these smoke switch Team 4K are throwing out, all this roaming they're doing, I can't help but feel it's just an attempt to make space for the Spectre. Oh! Ghost falling very fast, but Shadow Fiend ulting on the back of it, going to take down the Enigma. Meanwhile, Spectre finds himself in a very awkward situation, getting RP'd and sucked back. Ember Spirit though, he shackles, and there's the damage, so much damage coming out from him. Both the Shadow Fiend and the Spectre are going to fall now, and bang, just trying to do a bit of damage to the Spirit Breaker. Magnus comes in, there's no way, and just a little slap round the face, a little slappy slap from Jojo.
Oh, there it is.
No, not today.
There it is. That was a super game actually. That was game breaking, literally game breaking. how that fight went down. Most of the damage was negated by BKB.
Another 5 wipe for 4K.
Yeah. Spectre didn't live long enough. And even with Ember Spirit not playing to his best, it was enough. He does too much damage with Empower. Now that he has... Just after the Battle Fury and the fact that he doesn't get disabled by Silence anymore, he just becomes too strong. And what is this? Why are they even running? Just kill this clock, actually. They actually have Echo, but... Oh wait, where's the Ember Spirit? He's mid. Yeah, he can... There's a lot of things they could have done. But I guess he's just playing
I've got to
safe.
play it safe and back out here.
Yeah, just playing safe. Rosh is up though. This Rosh is going to be quite the point of contention, because if the Spectre get Rosh, it's like we know that after, even though Dire has killed Rosh twice, once it was expired, so they didn't get to use it, and the other it was pretty much useless at bottom lane where SF got skewered and didn't let to do anything. So now, if Spectre, however, gets this Rosh, she could do a lot of work. Not even the Shadow Fiend. It's like Shadow Fiend is strong and all, but he's not. He's very easily kited, and Spectre just kills people when they kite her. So you gotta get that in mind. I would like a Manta style though, very much.
Well, this is 2 items now. 2 big items for Team 4K. Spectre has her heart, and Shadow Fiend finally has his Scaddy. So, could they finally win a fight? But just as I say that, Ember Spirit, he picks up a crit.
What you really want this
Daedalus,
game?
that's the one. A crit. I was gonna call it a crit stick.
Yeah, they want what Dire wants this game is for Magnus to RP a BKB Shadow Fiend, and then when the black hole is used, you hook shot to cancel it. That's the only way they win this game. 5 versus 5 anyway. Not doesn't count pickups of course, but yes. Look at this word coverage. Look at this one word here, another here, and another one right here. they pretty much cover this exact same area.
Triple ward.
It's just a wall. Great wall of China.
Take a minute to just take in that Ember Spirit's damage. He's hitting for over 350. And like, he's not even insanely farmed, you know, I mean, he's pretty fat, but...
Breakers revealed
crazy, and the Shadow Fiend getting caught out of position there. The charge on him, he's going to BKB, the Manta out, and he tries to ulti, but the black hole's in there. The black hole very, very big, but it gets cancelled, and then comes in the clockwork, dropping off the cogs. Gonna throw it down, but that is the RP on Rain and Ghost. Rain falls, Ghost soon to follow. Clockwork is actually going to make his way out, and meanwhile Magnus finds himself in a very strange situation once the Shadow Fiend's back in, and the Spectre cleaning out. Where is this Spirit Breaker going to run to? Jojo, you gotta go.
Okay.
Say no to this fight.
So that was still a good fight for Radiant.
That was a big fight.
But it turned out to be better for Dire just because of how far they were behind. They forced out a
for sure.
Shadow
And
Fiend
with these
buyback.
big items they've just picked up.
They forced out Shadow Fiend buyback, so it was a 3 for 3. But now this happens, Dire gets Rosh. So and Magnus can't buy back. So yeah, that was turned out to be quite good for Dire. Dire advantage, getting Rosh whenever you want. Actually, I'm very surprised Shadow Fiend.
Here's something I disagree with. Shadow Fiend picking up.
Actually, no, that makes perfect sense because he already used buyback. Yeah, I'm just dumb. Ignore me.
True. Yeah.
Whatever. I would like them to. They can death push with this. They can force. They know Black Hole is on cooldown, so they can force RP. Force people to use everything on Spectre, buyback, and haunt back to the fight, and they can just win the game. They can actually just win the game immediately if they get lucky enough. I don't even know if they want to though. It's
but they're going to be very.
It's very high variance play.
Considering how their previous attempts of pushing have gone and forcing an advantage, they're going to be very wary about what they do now.
Yeah, but this
is
is
a little bit of an advantage back.
This is the first time that they got Aegis and Spectre buyback at once and without Black Hole. However, it's too late now because Black Hole is only a minute off cooldowns. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and if we look at the XP and gold graphs, the game is still very much in the... After those 3 wipes in a row, Team Soso are very much laughing at this point in the game.
It's really weird to see things like this.
There's a 10k gold deficit.
Because it's like...
Pardon?
It's really weird how gold deficits matter at this point, because all of these BKBs are now they're dropping very, very quickly. And the dire, they have more kind of, how should I say, less greedy heroes. They just have enough items to do their job without doing anything. And just how ridiculous a hero's Spectre is, that they can actually end the game with 10,000 gold deficit. It's very weird, but you kind of have to think about it like that.
Yeah, well, she must have heard you, because there is a Manta style head in the way of Spectre, but we'll see if Spade chooses to build the Manta or save for buyback. Would imagine save for buyback, which she currently has available.
Buyback Haunt is too strong to give up, I think. It's pretty much game winning at that point. And if you get yourself a Manta and a Refresher, then you can't lose the game. You actually cannot lose the game. I wish.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline to be able to do things like that. And I wouldn't even say that I would do it if it was me, because it would take a lot of trust to be able to put my team on the back like that. And I would be very impressed if they managed something like something in such effect. So, this lineup. Now that Dire has gone to late game, they are not that greedy lineup. It's kind of losing a bit to the Radiant's very greedy lineup.
Yeah. And it's quite funny actually.
Oh my god.
Two refresher orbs out on the side of Radiant. We got a refresher orb on Magnus, and we got a refresher orb on Enigma. Something fair we mentioned in the last fight, but Magnus did in fact have his refresher orb for that.
So now that these BKBs and black holes, BKBs and refresher orbs are up, everything on Radiant is now determined entirely on Ember Spirit. If he dies, then it means nothing. But if he does not die, then they will win the fight. It's actually just like that. Both teams are entirely relying on their carry now. You have to do their best to not get picked off, but you have to stay just close enough so that they can do their job in a fight. So this is another dance of late game Dota. You just kind of have to be very, very wary. You die without buyback, the game is over. It's just like that. But I would imagine Dire would like to do something with these Aegis though.
Yeah, you think so, wouldn't you?
Because the only reason...
Spectre.
So, she has Manta style. If she dies now...
Yeah. If she dies now, it's all over, surely.
Super over, but they don't know that.
Doesn't save for buyback, instead goes into Manta. Very, very ballsy move. We'll see if she can farm back a bit of buyback, but at the moment she just doesn't care. Thank you for that, Borno.
I don't think he's... I mean, you know what I mean. Ah well. I don't think he can do it bled, so it's going to be probably an AC or... Yeah, AC is probably better in this case. It helps against Ember.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
And it boosts everything. I would like Earthshaker to get something, though. This hero can do a lot if you just get him his damn BKB. The problem right now is they actually have nothing. Oh, there's an axe on Disruptor now. Okay, this is big. This is actually huge.
Oh, that is big. That's huge. That disabling the BKBs. Did he land that right?
Yeah, it disabled the activation of BKBs at least. And
so you're wondering why Earthshaker hadn't really gotten any items since Yule's? It's because this Disruptor, they knew what they wanted to do. Are the Radiant Team Soso, going to be expecting this at all? They might just dive full balls out into a fight and pay for it.
Yeah, even if the Disruptor ulti only makes so that they can't refresh, that alone would be good enough. Doesn't even need to prevent the first BKB, because usually you want to BKB first before running in, because otherwise it would be kind of ridiculous. If you get caught and you just die. So this there should be a okay. There's the fire spirit, just fire remnant, I guess, running very, very far off. They're gearing up for the push now. They're pushing because Aegis is expired, or has expired, I guess.
Yeah.
Close game. Closest game I see this league so far, actually. And our Ember
second
Spirit.
closest to me.
Ember Spirit is actually super farm.
Close.
Jesus. 22k gold. 5,000 gold. He can buy travels now. He really should.
5.3k, yeah.
Shadow Fiend. He's getting. Oh, no, 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 no!
I want to rape it. Whoa! The initiation is there. They go down, but the black hole only on clockwork goes, and the Shadow Fiend gonna explode, but the RP in return, the refresh, and then the double RP gonna blink away, leaving the Shadow Fiend on not much health for the Ember Spirit to clean up, which he does so very nicely, and Spectre goes down as well. However, the Spectre and the Shadow Fiend both have buyback. It's not over yet. Clockwork trying to run and save his friend, but it's not going to be worth anything, and they both buy back, the Spectre and the Shadow Fiend. Ah, Soso saying goodnight, sweet prince. And they're just going to count their lucky stars that they won that fight and back out.
They have nothing to cancel
Yes,
this.
they are.
They have nothing
Bob
to cancel this.
just going to run away.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That was a very good initiation from Dire, and they killed the Enigma despite forcing out his refresh drop. He didn't have mana to Black Hole the second time. He just dies immediately. But because they didn't catch out the Ember Spirit, just like I said, he just destroyed their entire team. There's actually nothing he can do because they're so
getting so quick. They're really hard to cast.
It's I mean, you could let me do it next time you want to. You feel like you don't.
That's okay.
That really sound underhanded now, didn't it? Now that I think about it, it does really sound like kind of a condescending tone, but I didn't mean that. Just say.
Bit bad choice, it's alright, dude. It's okay.
So it's a Scatty on Ember Spirit now. I'm actually quite surprised he just did not go for a more damage item, but I guess this makes sense, just in case he gets caught out. Although I think that if he gets caught out, he dies anyway. Sure. There are just enough disables, I think, on the Dire to make him pay for it, Scatty or not. But he does have buyback, and with those buybacks, Radiant is firmly in the lead. Rosh is up though, so is that. Black Hole is of course up because he refreshed. Mark. Oh no! There's no travels on this Ember. If they fight mid now and without Ember, they can actually turn this game around. Oh, here's the hook.
Yeah, there's a clockwork going in, but he actually only lands on Eidolon. Meanwhile, they're going to take out the Lion pretty damn fast. The Black Hole is there, but it only connects on 2, really. And what even happened there? Going down pretty quick, though. The Shadow Fiend's going to get his ulti off. Ember is into the fight. A bit late, but it's not too late. And he is cleaning up pretty beastly. But he's actually trying to back out now. He doesn't think he can fight the Spectre. But he just destroys the Disruptor and the Clockwork, just melting so quickly. Spectre grabbing the gem and just trying to get out of there, but the Searing Chains connects. Forcing up the hill, but not back down again. But the Spirit Breaker charge is going to connect. The Magnus just doing its own thing. Searing Chains. It's going to die. It is dead.
Yeah.
And it actually turned out that the Ember Spirit arriving late to the fight, they just didn't clean up quick enough, and the Ember Spirit was just able to take out the trash there.
Yep, that was a huge deal. They were going to catch the enemy out. But that was the right move, the Diamond. They tried to take a fight. They kind of had to, else they would lose too much map control and would just get out farm and the game would be over. But the game is over anyway. It was kind of unfortunate. That was a very good move they make because Ember didn't have boosted travel. So he couldn't just immediately join the fight. But it was just not good enough.
This is a Rapier up for Ember Spirit now.
It's just celebratory Rapier.
God, that is a disgusting amount of damage.
He doesn't need this, but he wants it. He wants it bad. His hands are literally burning.
Over 700 damage. Those swords, loving it.
Hook. Still with BKB on this Ember
actually
Spirit.
not
though.
doing that much damage to the Clockwork. Oh, you don't want to attack him though. Nobody's doing lots of damage actually. He's gonna fall. The Ember Spirit drops.
Where's the rapier?
The Magnus picks up the rapier and tries to run over with it. They don't notice, they don't chase him down. The Clockwork tries. They must see him with. They don't have any wards up though. Oh god, that's such a shame.
Yeah, that's
The focus was great on the Ember Spirit, but
that's super good because not only do they not
Proving
lose
what he
the
can
second
do.
ranks, they pretty much forces the enemy team to wait for. Oh no, they can actually go in.
Oh, going straight on that Clockwork, punishing Ghost for his greediness, and he is going to die. Nobody there to back him up just yet. But Max saunters down the lane with such a swagger fiend way.
Okay, game is now a game.
I mean,
Rapier is still there, but I would very much like.
hit. I mean, I'm surprised that Clockwork just tanked up that hit entirely. He hardly took any damage from it at all, and
Yeah, because
I suppose he has got a hell of a lot of armor.
yeah, Ember didn't get any spells off, and without spells, he's not very strong. That's the hero. Is that you can't do things like just sit up and tank. You just die. Now the Ruse Rush, and that was a perfect setup because Eos into Static Storm, Axe Static Storm is perfect. You can't do anything. You actually just can't do anything. Can't activate anything.
Yeah.
And your
But it's getting them all inside that Static Storm and
Yep.
killing them fast enough before it runs out.
that was actually perfect.
Who's going to pick up the Aegis? Who's going to pick up the cheese?
Spectre Aegis 100% I think. No, Spectre Cheese.
No, that's Spectre cheese.
I don't like
Fiend
Spectre
Aegis.
Cheese because Shadow Fiend has BKB, so we almost always can get the chance to react to something. But oh no, wait, what? Lion, please. Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, there it is. It's fine now. That was so
Very
weird. It was
aggressive
like
warding.
with 2 straight seconds of Lion just standing there hitting the Earthshaker just nonchalantly. And somebody has to like ping it to him and point it to him like, dude, hex. And then he did. Then it wasn't needed anyway. So Lion's ulti is now on cooldown, completely unnecessarily. He also does not have any mana left. So yeah. They may actually get this kill though. No, they don't have gem anymore. Where is the gem though? Oh, Earthshaker had it.
I believe.
I think Earthshaker had it and then he died.
Did he?
Yeah. Lion had it.
No,
but
no. The Magnus has it.
Yeah, that's why I said had. He had it, but then he died here.
Oh right.
He died there.
No. The Magnus picked it up after Spectre died in that fight
Spectre
mid
died. Yeah, but no,
ages ago.
whatever. The point is Magnus now has gem. That is the point, I guess.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
good enough.
No, he doesn't actually.
He doesn't anymore.
God damn it, Magnus!
What? Oh my god.
No, he gave it to someone.
No, Lion has it now.
Lion has a gem. Okay.
It all turns back
maybe,
to Lion.
right. Okay, maybe I don't know.
It all comes
You
back.
know
to
what? Fuck the gem. Let's talk about gameplay.
Well, the gem is actually quite important. That's why I want to talk about it. But I guess not anymore because they're just grouping up now. Spiritbreaker is building an AUC, so he's not farming too well. He does have a plate mill though. He's super tanky. 3000 HP, 23 armor, evasion, BKB. This is a hell of a strong space cow. Doesn't hit very hard, but hits very annoyingly. Shiva's on Clockwork.
Well, actually, I wouldn't. 300 damage is nothing to shake a stick at. Yeah, Shiva's Clockwork.
Shiva's Clockwork.
Oh.
So it became that. Oh wow, did he just TP? Oh my. Enigma just TP'd bot to defend. And now he. Yeah, we can't push anymore. Also, that Midnight Pulse didn't
Interesting.
get
He'll have boots of travel coming to him, hopefully.
Nah, but he will be on cooldown. Also, why doesn't he have boots of travel now? I guess he should buy it. He has 4,000 gold after all. It's not like he's getting anything else. No, maybe he is.
Yep, there we go. There they are.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting Necro.
He was waiting. He was making sure he had buyback.
Okay. They should wait for Rosh, not Rosh, Aegis to expire, and then they go for the death push. It should be easy enough. It's like mid lane is annoying that they is being pushed in, but because they have a Spectre, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, mid lane is the least impressive lane to push in because of how
the
easy it is to push
smokes.
out. Ping, 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 ping,
Rain
ping,
leads a charge on his Earthshaker.
ping, ping, ping,
They
ping,
see
ping,
one, but
ping, 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 ping.
it was almost a mistake to flare, to be honest.
Where
In
is
fact, I think
Ember
it's a very
going?
big mistake to flare.
Oh, Ember just bought travels. Oh my, if Ember dies now? Oh, he's gonna get screwed up.
But the Echo slams in, jumping straight on the Magnus, trying to kill him. But the BKB Enigma on 3 now. Refresh, and a second one's down. The Disruptor onto was just too late. The second RP, oh my god, it's a disaster. The Shadow Fiend is back, but what can he do? He dies very, very fast.
Okay, that was just ultimates after ultimates. Disruptor didn't do his job, and then they died. That was actually very good.
Harsh but true.
Because Clockwork and Ember Spirit with their boots, they actually met each other here, and so he distracted Ember Spirit for like good 5 seconds, so that the rest of his team could do the damage. Unfortunately, his team was dying. Oh wow, 4 buybacks, Jesus.
Well, quadruple buyback, and it's gonna be for a Space Cow.
Somebody's gonna get banned. So much old chatting.
Here comes the shit talking.
No, I'm pretty sure the admin's not gonna be very. Oh my god. Oh well. That's 4 buybacks down, but also refresher down, and RP down, and black hole down. So you know, it's good enough.
Yeah,
They just wait for.
I guess.
They just wait for refresher now, and they should go. They're still out farming the opponents after all. Very, very, by a lot. This game is lasting a lot longer than I thought it would, actually. But
For sure, for definite.
poor Lion though. Look at his gold. His 5,500 gold. Whew. That's harsh. Super harsh. He doesn't actually have mana
Yeah,
for
that's
anything.
sad.
This is as I said, why I hate the build that he went with, because he actually does not have mana for 3 spells. So he can't, so he has to either keep Hex at level 1, which he should have really, unless he anticipated having gold, because he just does not. So what he really should do is try to get that point booster, just enough mana so he can cast all 3 spells and die happily.
I've done my job.
Maybe. It's... Oh boy. What a tragic hero.
We're 1 hour in, ladies and gentlemen.
This game is 1 hour
Honestly, after the
delayed.
first game, I wasn't expecting this game to be anything like this.
Yeah, I expected the Spectre team, the team with the Spectre did better, but unfortunately, Ember Spirit got out of hand. What a hero. And I guess Magnus and Black Hole and all that. It's just strategy, I guess. At this point, it's just strategy.
Yeah,
Now that
sure.
everything should be up.
but what happens here?
Yeah.
Hello. Looks
Oh.
like we're gonna have a 5-man rumble in the jumble. Rumble in the jungle.
Spirit Breaker
And
should
the
charge
Magnus
somebody.
gets caught,
It's not gonna
Oh.
charge.
and Clockwork gets hit out his own cogs. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend was charging an ulti. Now he's stopped. Now he's gonna go for it again. The ulti pops. 1 RP on the Shadow Fiend. However, he blinks back and RP's the Clockwork. Interesting plays, and skewers him back towards. Meanwhile, the Ember Spirit is chopping up the Shadow Fiend, and now Clockwork's just gonna trap his own buddy in the cogs, and that's a black hole. So much damage. Ember Spirit melting face. The GG is called. They did not bring him down. The Disruptor trying to run away. Will he die?
He'll survive. He'll
Or
survive.
will he live before the throne gets destroyed?
Unless his team is cancelling the GG. His team is cancelling the GG. He's just dying. Oh my god. So sad.
How mean.
Mag?
Oh, Mag's gonna die.
Nope.
They re-GG'd.
Such BM.
Very nice game. Very well played by both teams, but in the end it goes 2 to Soso, and 0 games to 4K. I've been Peelon to Mighty. This has been CynthiaCrescent. We have been your casters for today.